The member for Fredericton South and leader of his party.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Merci, Monsieur le Président. I want to transport, you're going to have to really give me some slack here. I want to transport you all to Whoville, which people around the world have always wondered where that is. It's rumored to be deep in the Christmas Mountains in New Brunswick, but don't tell anybody. So to get you there, you have to kind of use your imagination. I know that's hard sometimes. So I'm going to help you a little bit. Because I happen to know a few who's. So, all right. Most MLAs in Whoville liked the minority a lot, but it seemed that Premier Higgs did not. The Premier, he hated the odds with only the purple at his side. Now, please don't ask. No one quite knows why they were tied. It could be perhaps that their wallets were tight, or it could be that their thinking met far on the right. But it was the odds that kept Premier Higgs up at night. He just couldn't figure out how to get out of this plight. What if, he thought, with a kind of Higgsy frown, they all vote together and bring my government down? For he knew that the Greens in the building next door were wondering if his budget would help the poor. They'll vote down my budget, he cried out of fear. The vote is tomorrow. It's practically here. For tomorrow, I know all the Greens and the Grits will wake bright and early to try to tear me to bits. And then, oh, the COVID, the budget was passed, even though on the Liberal bench no votes were cast. Oh, the COVID, so what now? What now? Higgs puzzled as he furrowed his bushy brow. I know, I'll gather the other three. We'll work hand in hand at the COVID Cabinet Committee. But the more the Premier thought of the timing of things, the more the Premier thought, I must stop the whole thing. Why, for almost 2 years I put up for it now. I must get my majority, but how? Then he got an idea, an awful idea. The Premier got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Premier laughed with a snicker. I'll call a snap election and blame it on Vickers. The LG will be stopped, number one, the Higgsy Claus insisted. As he climbed up the polls, the more his calculus shifted. He slid into Perth, winning just by a hair. Johnson would help him make a majority Premier. He got stuck only once for a minute or two when asked about the official languages review. The Liberals tried as hard as they could, but Conroy beat Vickers and the Greens all held good. In his big bus, he visited ridings of priority. Traversing the province, he took his majority. It was 9:45, MLAs back in their seats, Gauvin, Austin, and Conroy now on our side of the street. And then, oh, the COVID, it drove us to Zoom, except for the member from Hanwell, who wanted to stay in this room. Christmas was coming along with the snow. Higgs said to his helpers, "You raise will be 0. Then he heard a sound rising over the snow. It started low, then it started to grow, but the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded glad. The Who's were gathering in the town square, everybody cheering, holiday spirit filling the air. They thanked every nurse and every housekeeper, the bus drivers, the cleaners, the EAs and teachers. The Premier puzzled and puzzled, till his puzzler was sore. Then he thought of something he hadn't before. It's Christmas. They deserve so much more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say, that the Premier's heart grew 3 sizes that day. Just then his wallet no longer felt tight. He changed his mind to the workers' delight. And now with a smile no longer sour, he gave everyone the same raise as the workers at NB Power. He brought back the joy and food for a feast, and he even carved the locally grown roast beast. And with that, my friends, we wish you good cheer as we all watch 2020 recede in the mirror. Joyeux Noël. Merry Christmas.